We're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Just want to give everyone enough time to enter the event and get set up. So we'll get started in about 3 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our second iGiveCatholic training session. My name is Joanne Beck, and I am the Director of Brand Marketing for the Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia. So today I'm just going to be talking through our 8 most frequently asked questions about iGiveCatholic, but before I do that, I'm just going to give a brief overview of iGiveCatholic and where we are currently in the initiative, just to catch everybody up to speed. So if you weren't a part of the initial training session that we hosted a couple of weeks ago, or you are just joining us for the first time and you've never even heard of iGiveCatholic before, that's completely fine. That's why we're here to help. iGiveCatholic is the nationally recognized day of Catholic giving, held annually on Giving Tuesday. So if you've never heard of Giving Tuesday before, Giving Tuesday is actually a global day of charity that's dedicated to giving to your favorite nonprofit organization. So iGiveCatholic takes place on that same day, and it's dedicated to our faith and raising funds that help shape our faith, for the ministries that shape our faith. So it's very exciting because this is the first year that the Archdiocese of Philadelphia is participating, and the Catholic Foundation is helping to facilitate that. So if you're here today, that means you're registered, and we're very happy to have you. So I'm going to get started into a couple of our most frequently asked questions. This is primarily going to cover how to get your page set up for donations on the actual iGiveCatholic Giving Day, who you should be reaching out to, how can you market the initiative, and things like that. We'll go over about, like I said, 8 questions, and then at the end, I will open up our Q&A chat box if any of the attendees want to ask any questions of me, and I can go over anything that you need. So to get started, we did talk a little bit about what iGiveCatholic is, but again, I just want to reiterate that iGiveCatholic is the opportunity to come together as a community. So you could participate in Giving Tuesday just as your own parish, school, or organization, just because you want to be a part of the Giving Day, but joining through iGiveCatholic really gives us that incentive to come together as one faith community, raising funds for our own ministry. So again, it's that sense of community and collaboration that really is the backbone of why iGiveCatholic was started. So if you're participating in iGiveCatholic, again, it's that reason of wanting to share that community with others and raise money for your particular ministry. So just like Giving Tuesday, any money that you raise on the actual giving day for iGiveCatholic or any money that comes in beforehand, that's yours to keep. So just because you're a registrant of iGiveCatholic doesn't mean that your funds go anywhere else outside of your organization. Again, this is just a way of us tracking community engagement, Catholic community engagement in this exciting giving day. So that's a brief overview of iGiveCatholic and why we participate, why we're so excited to be participating this year for the first time. So again, if you're here, you're probably already registered, and we want to talk about how to get your giving page ready to go and set up for the giving day. So when I say giving day, I'm referring to December 1st, which is that first Tuesday following Thanksgiving. That is our designated iGiveCatholic giving day. So that will be when the bulk of your gifts come in. However, we do actually have an active giving phase that most of you are probably already aware of, but if you're not, the active giving phase begins on November 16th. So I want to reiterate that you can market iGiveCatholic as early or as soon as you want to your parishioners, your donors, your supporters, your friends, anyone who you'd like to know that you're participating, but gifts can't actually begin being accepted until November 16th. So I will touch on that again as we move through the questions, but I just wanted to put that out there now that giving cannot actually start until November 16th when that active giving phase begins. So again, you're registered, you're ready to participate, you just want to know how you can set up your giving page. So today I'm just going to show you briefly how you can do that. The Catholic Foundation is actually participating as well. We have a couple of funds that are featured through iGiveCatholic this year. So I'm going to be showing you what my page looks like in order to help get yours set up. So if you're not set up yet, this part is for you. It's very easy, I promise. I'm going to be sharing my screen so everybody can take a look at what it looks like and how to get it set up. I'll run through it very quickly. So I'm just going to share my screen with all of you. Okay, so here we are, and we are on the givegab.com homepage. So once again, just to reiterate, GiveGab is our platform that hosts the donations that are coming in for iGiveCatholic. So you would have had to create a login when you registered, which I had to as well. So I'm going to go ahead and log in to GiveGab. And it's going to take me to my GiveGab homepage. So as you can see, I have my organizations that are registered for iGiveCatholic, and I have my giving days. So for this purpose, don't get confused with your giving days because that will come up later. You want to look at your organization. So for most of you, you probably only have one here. For me, I have a few because, again, CFGP is participating through a couple of our funds. So for the purpose of this exercise, I'm just going to choose CFGP Charitable Fund. Again, on your page, it probably would say your parish name or your school, and you're going to go ahead and click Manage. So once you do that, you're going to click iGiveCatholic. Again, here's that Giving Days portion. You're going to click iGiveCatholic. It should be the only one that you have. And then this is what we call your dashboard. So once you're here in your dashboard, this is really the central location for anything that you're going to be doing for iGiveCatholic. You're able to add your organization's information here. If you have a tagline that you would like to include, your website URL, the causes that you support, your logo, all of that is able to be added on this page. You can add specific stories or reasons why people should donate to your cause. You can even add donation levels, which you can see we've done that here. You should include a thank you message that will pop up when your donors give to your organization. It's just a short little thank you for giving to us. We're so appreciative of your gift. However you'd like to customize that, that would be right there. And just to highlight that where the actual giving page is, when you're asking your donors, your parishioners, your supporters to give to your organization through iGiveCatholic, this link right here is the one that you're going to share. So again, we are on the iGiveCatholic dashboard through GiveGab. After you log in, this is what you will see. And when you're ready to start sharing that link for people to donate, this is the link that you will use. So just wanted to make sure that everyone knew where those things were located, and we'll actually be revisiting this page shortly. So to continue on with some of our questions, we went over exactly how to set up your page, all the different customization options that there are. Like I said, I will revisit that later just to address another question, but hopefully that helps. And then talking about promotion, we've received a couple of questions about who you really should be reaching out to support your cause through iGiveCatholic. Again, at the end of the day, this is really a fundraiser for your mission. So anybody that you would typically ask for support, that's who you want to target for iGiveCatholic. So if you're a parish, you do want to be reaching out to your parishioners, whether that is from the pulpit or it's through any other communications. Maybe you do an email list. You want to reach out to your parishioners. If you put something in the bulletin, that's another way to reach out to them. Schools, if you want to send things home with students, reaching out to parents, letting them know that you're participating. Organizations, you probably have an extensive email list or at least phone numbers of special donors who would be interested in something like this. Those are the people that you want to be reaching out to. So this isn't a different audience from who you would normally fundraise with. This is your same group of supporters and people who are typically engaged in your cause. So that's really who you want to be targeting for this. So again, we've gotten a couple questions about the actual giving day, and I just want to reiterate that is on December 1st. So as you're going through and you're doing your promotion, you want to make sure that you're letting people know they can begin giving on November 16th, but the actual giving day and the giving celebration, and also the last day for them to give, is December 1st. So you want to be doing the bulk of your marketing on that day to make sure you get all those last minute gifts in, but you can start as early as you would like. And then talking about how to market your organization, we've received a lot of questions about this, and I'm happy to say it's not as complicated as it might seem. This is all very new for everyone. Again, it's the first year that the Archdiocese of Philadelphia is participating, so this initiative can seem very overwhelming. I promise it's not. It's really as simple as just posting a couple of things on Facebook and Twitter, and if you have an Instagram, that's even better, or sending out a few emails to your constituents. And all that copy of things that you should say is actually already written for you. So I'm just going to show you guys quickly the marketing toolkit one last time. If you were at the last training session, we did take a look at it, but I will actually show it one more time just to make sure that everyone knows what it looks like, knows how to utilize it, and realizes that it's here to help, and it will hopefully make things a lot easier for everyone. So we're going to take a look again really quick at this marketing toolkit. As we scroll down, you can see there's a very extensive table of contents that lets you know where everything is located. The social media center is obviously going to be very helpful, but you also want to pay special attention to this area here, the parish, school, and ministry suggestions. They're going to give you actual fundraising tips and ideas that you could utilize leading up to the iGiveCatholic Giving Day. So this just reviews a couple of questions. We've probably touched on them already in our communications and in our last few training sessions, but you could always go over this information again. It doesn't help to refresh. So when you get down to marketing ideas, it will actually tell you, again, for each type of organization, parish, school, ministry, all different ideas here of things you can do to get your supporters engaged. But what I really want to focus on is the content that's generated for you already. I'm going to scroll down so you guys can see that. So for example, here's a sample email or letter that you could send out to your constituents. Obviously, they have all of the areas that need to be customized, noted for you. You would really just have to add donor names if you're being specific. If not, you could always write "Dear Friend," including the name of your organization, mentioning it. If you want to do specific ask amounts, that's in here as well. Again, tailoring the message to fit your organization, but the primary purpose of these sample letters is to give you what you need. So you might want to add in what your organization's mission is, but overall, this is the text you will need, and it really won't have to be altered. So as we scroll down a little bit further, you can see more examples of that. So you have a lot of options here for how you can send emails. I wouldn't recommend doing actual physical letters. It's we obviously want to allot enough time, so email is great. And as we scroll down, it gives you more suggestions about how to get ready on social media. So this is another question that we did have from a few registrants. changing the cover photo on your page, changing the badge or the icon as your profile picture, maybe starting to talk with some of your supporters who are engaged on your Facebook page who comment frequently, letting them know this is happening, asking them to participate, again, keeping that conversation going with your supporters. If you need more information on how to do this, you can visit philadelphia.igivecatholic.org, and in the top right corner, there's a menu that allows you to view resources. That's the resources page that this is referring to. That page has all of these images that you would need to put on social media. So this Facebook cover image, this profile image, all of those things are up on the resources site. So what I'll do now is just show you really quick what that looks like. Okay, so here we are on the philadelphia.igivecatholic.org homepage. If you're looking for those resources, you're going to click menu in the top right corner and click resources. Once you're here, this will pretty much provide you with any of that content that you need that we just went over. So the marketing toolkit that we were just looking at is actually right here. But if you're looking for some of those sample graphics and downloads that you can put on your social media, you can click view. And everything is right here for you to download. Simply clicking these links will pull the picture up on your computer and you can get those going. Same thing with the sample email content and communications. Click on that and here's your sample content. Anything that's here can just be copy and pasted and edited and tailored to your organization and mission. So I'm just going to go back to the marketing toolkit one last time. So again, we have our tips, but again, this is the sample that I wanted to talk about. These are actual posts that you can copy and paste onto your social media accounts and customize them as you see fit. So again, I know it seems overwhelming to say that you have to come up with all of this content to help promote your mission for iGiveCatholic. The great news is you don't. A lot of it is done for you. And you know what? They give you 4 here, but you can, if this gets the juices going and it gets some ideas generating, that's great. You obviously can post more than 4 times. We encourage that. You want to help people stay as engaged as possible. So this is just to help you get started. But again, content is already written for you. You don't have to go crazy writing all new content. So I know we did talk about customizing our page. I'm actually going to go and revisit that one last time and take you to see one other thing that's on that GiveGab dashboard. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys one more time so that we could take a look at that. There's a couple other things that I'd like to point out for you to help making your page set up a little bit easier. Bear with me, guys. Okay. So here we have our iGiveCatholic dashboard one last time. This is how you will customize your page. Please keep in mind when you're customizing this page, I know I mentioned that active giving phase before. These customizations on your page need to be completed by November 16th as well. So the iGiveCatholic folks actually like to tell us you should be completely finished customizing your page by the 15th so that when the active giving launches on the 16th, everything is ready to go. So you want to make sure that you take a look at these sections here and add anything that you'd like before November 16th. So that's that deadline to have this updated here, November 16th. So some of you have been asking questions about offline donations, and those are really great questions to have, and I'm going to touch on that now. Offline donations essentially mean that it didn't come in through your URL. So again, this URL here is what you will share with your donors and supporters to get them to give to iGiveCatholic. So if you click on this, for example, this is what our one page looks like. They would click donate and then they could go through it. But sticking with this page here, if someone does not give through this URL, but they still donate to your organization for iGiveCatholic, that's completely fine. They likely sent you a check and got you the gift in some sort of way where they sent it directly to your organization. That gift can still be counted towards iGiveCatholic just because it didn't come in online. So that's called an offline donation. To add those to your iGiveCatholic total, you're going to go right here where it says add offline donation. You would essentially put in the donor's information, the amount that they gave, and then you can provide the additional details. You don't have to, but this is just, any additional details that you want to put for yourself for your own records. You can do that, and then you would hit create donation here. That will then group your offline donation in with the other online donation. So that way at the end of iGiveCatholic at midnight on December 1st, going into December 2nd, you'll be able to look at every single gift that came in, and you'll know that it's in one organized place, both offline and online. Again, this is optional. You don't have to add offline donations if you don't want to, but it's very easy to do so. Again, clicking this button right here, adding that information in, and clicking create donation. Really, the reason why you want to do this is for our prizes. The schools, parishes, organizations, we have each of them broken out into different categories, but the organizations who raise the most will actually be able to win a cash prize thanks to the generous support of our donors and our sponsors of iGiveCatholic, which are located at the bottom of our marketing toolkit. So a big shout out to them. We're very grateful that we have their support and that we're able to do this for the registered organizations. So again, if you want a chance at winning one of those cash prizes, you want to make sure you add those offline donations because that will just grow the amount of gifts that you received and it will help your total. So just to touch on a couple more questions, again, we had a couple about how people can give gifts. We've pretty much covered that today. You can give online or you can give offline, and if you want to track those offline donations that come in and count them towards iGiveCatholic, you would have to add them on your dashboard through that offline entry spot that we just took a look at. So again, I just want to make sure that everybody remembers your pages have to be customized by November 15th at the end of the day. Starting November 16th, they should be complete. If you want to share that URL for your donors to give to your organization, it's at the bottom right-hand corner of your GiveGab dashboard. We took a look at that. We went over how to add offline gifts. We went over the marketing toolkit and everything that you would need to get started there. Talked about the sample content, making sure that you know a lot of these resources are already there for you. We went over where those resources are located on the iGiveCatholic website, and we went over the prizes. So if anybody wants additional information on the prize structure, please reach out to iGiveCatholic@thecfgp.org. We're happy to share more information about that, but again, we wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for the generous support of our sponsors. So thank you so much to them. We're very excited that we're able to do this for our registrants, and it's more incentive to get the word out and get people giving for iGiveCatholic, and maybe your organization will win that prize and it will go towards your total. So that's about all we have for today. I'm going to open up the Q&A panel in case there was anything that we didn't touch on that you still have questions about. I'm going to open that up now. Okay, so that chat box is now open. It's called Live Event Q&A. And if you want to ask me a question that I didn't already cover, please ask it in this box now. And I will allow about 1 minute if any attendees want to ask a question. Okay. All right, I'm not seeing any questions coming in. Again, if you think of a question later that you'd like to ask us, we are always available to help. You could reach out to us directly. Again, at the Catholic Foundation of Greater Philadelphia, our office line is 587-5650. Please feel free to give us a call, or you can email iGiveCatholic@thecfgp.org, and we're here to help. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Again, we're very excited to have everyone registered and ready for iGiveCatholic. We hope that this was informational to you and helpful to you. And again, if you think of anything else that we did not cover, please reach out to us and we're more than happy to help. So good luck. We wish you all the best of luck in your giving endeavors, and we hope to have a really successful first ever iGiveCatholic Giving Day. Thank you so much.